Smolder first ban. Vex in response. That's... Oh no, that's just against Koa. I totally forgot that Koa's name is Kawasaki. Karthus ban. Karthus could be good in mid, jungle, or bot. Aethel. 7 start time. Yeah, man, it's not my fault that they were late. My bad. I like the Aethel ban against Koa, that's always pretty good. The Vex ban, Jake is probably happy that they banned it away from Koa so that he doesn't have to see his mid laner playing it. Skarner ban's always pretty nice, but I probably would have preferred to see a Skarner first pick, as I think the champ is worth first picking. Maybe they just don't play it, don't know. And the LeBlanc ban, 3 bans against Koa at the very start. It's game 1, it kind of makes sense. Ornn first pick gives their top laner some comfort. Obviously, we've seen Bubba flex it to support before, but I'm going to say unlikely, as that is certainly not in Jordan's match history. Brand is super strong in, you can play it bot, you can play it support, and they lock Jinx instead, so I was baited. Oh, never mind, they still lock the Brand. So Brand likely will go jungle or mid here, as pairing the Brand with the Jinx probably would be a bit awkward. They probably prefer to have some sort of tank or enchanter paired with it, but Brand Jinx is not the worst lane in the world, I suppose. It allows the Jinx to get the resets a lot easier because of the high damage that the support is outputting. So that could be interesting. Karma in response. Karma's pretty good at soaking up the damage that Brand should output. They've buffed Karma quite a bit recently in terms of her R plus E, as well as just, I think, her E in general, but it's unlikely that Jordan's... Oh my god, they're picking Karma Seraphine. Oh my god, I'm gonna fall asleep watching their bot lane. So they're never gonna die. The Seraphine Karma is never gonna die. A single E onto the Seraphine is going to result in the empowered W for free every single time, so that's fun. Yeah, Jinx Braum seems a lot better than the Jinx Brand into the Seraphine Karma if one of those players gets slightly caught out. Braum hits Q, should be able to take him down. That's also a good takeaway from Jordan, but the Karma of Seraphine also likely a pretty good takeaway from the bot lane of Guangdong Tigers from Zaire and his lovely support. A 4th ban against mid lane. Mid lane's looking broken. Broken roll. Yeah, obviously they would have to ban AD mid laners here. I don't know what other AD mids he plays outside of Nefiri. Yone would be fine with the team comp with so many shields, pretty hard for him to die. You could also play someone like Tristana, or even Corki's pretty good, obviously. I don't like the Kassadin ban, they already have way too much AP, but it's not bad to just ban a champion that Koa's pretty comfortable on for next games. Fiora. What happened? Oh my god. Very nice. So real for that one. So real. Darius, they've got a pretty beefy front line with Jinx Brand backlining, Braum Darius frontlining, but I would have much rather seen. I would much rather prefer to see better engage, as the Darius doesn't really provide that outside of using Ghost or his Flash. So it's really not preferable. Yeah, Koa does like the Jace, so that definitely makes sense. That probably would have been a better ban than the Kassadin, as he obviously has to go an AD mid laner here. And now we're just missing jungle. You're saving jungle till B5. That's interesting. Yeah, Kindred jungle would be pretty decent with how much range they have. The Vi seems to go pretty against what they want to do. as they really want to play back with the Jay Seraphine Karma just sticking back together and shielding up each other and waiting for red side to make a mistake in terms of positioning, as all they really need to do is let this team come into them, as Brand Jinx don't really want to run into anyone, while the Braum and Darius kind of do. And a Malphite. The Malphite is, I mean, it could be jungle, it could be mid. It looks like it's mid. So Malphite and Jace, I think that's a pretty good matchup for Malphite, depending on what he builds. He might build full tank, he could build full AP, or even just that first AP item to reduce ultimate CD might be good on its own in being able to build full tank afterwards. Yeah, 5 ban for Koa because he is just that guy. Yeah, probably. It's just interesting seeing them trying to pinch his pool rather than the typical try and pinch the AD carry pool, because the AD carry pool is so small, and just in general, not even according to what people play. So, who wins this series? I think this is probably one of the better series to watch, as it should be pretty close overall. Zare's team probably has a bit of an edge, but Koa can definitely take advantage of uh, Zare's mid laner, Moon, I think. Unless, no, Len's definitely playing Darius. Len's the one playing Darius. So I think if Koa and Ape can play how they were playing the last series that they played, where they played just really good around the map, then I think they can definitely win the game. But this, well, the series overall, this game specifically, they don't have a lot of damage in, as it's mainly just Jace and Seraphine. So Jace being the main damage. The two main damage sources are Jace, Vi kind of. Seraphine is going to be doing a bit of damage as well, of course. So the Malphite being able to just stack full armor and go full tank should be pretty good overall. Just hoping that he does not go pure AP, as I think the brand's already going to output plenty of damage, and just being able to be a good engage tool is pretty nice for them, as long as he doesn't go too early. As if he goes too early, the Jinx, Braum, Brand, Darius, they don't really have any way to catch up. So they're gonna need to play really well together to be able to make these team fights work out for them. But overall, the Seraphine Karma really are gonna make this game really hard for Red Side. So I really like those picks. Um, but yeah, we'll see how much the Jace can take advantage of the Malphite, as Malphite's incredibly weak pre-6. So want to see a early Vigank on the Malphite, at least, unless the Malphite is just playing incredibly safe, and at that point, I'd like to see the Jace shove in mid and look to invade with the Vi, as the Vi Jace being able to take advantage of the immobile Brand in the Malphite, who's likely going to have to be stuck under turret most of this game, or at least pre-6, is just going to be a good way to kind of snowball this game out of control, as their team comp is pretty awkward from my perspective, while theirs does a lot more of what they want to do together. The Vi, yeah, I agree with Paradox. I think Kindred probably should have been the pick here, as it would have been a lot more uh, it would have been a lot more focused team comp, as the Vi wants to go in while the rest of the team kind of wants to stay back. So it's just a bit awkward. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For a second, I thought Len was the one that typed that, so I was confused. But it's clearly Zare who typed that.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yes. Yes, Vi is pretty bad in terms of the pick.
30
But I don't
seconds
know if
until
he
minions
plays something like
spawn.
Kindred, so it's likely just pure comfort. No clue. The only way I can justify the Vi is... What do you mean scoreboard? I fixed the scoreboard. You crazy fucker. The only way I can justify the Vi is if the Vi plays incredibly passive and team fights and waits very patiently. Like if he just goes in like a psychopath and he's going to be incredibly desynchronized from the rest of his team, then it's going to look absolutely terrible. But if he plays accordingly to what his team comp wants to do, then it might be alright. Just being able to, after getting potentially one pick, leading to much more. And the Vi has really great aggression early, so again, I think if they use this early advantage that they have in the mid-jungle 2v2, well, it'll likely be a 2v1 at points in the game, but if they can take advantage of the Malphite early, then that should be pretty nice to see for blue side specifically. Ornn has already had to flash after Darius ghosted. That's nice. Darius went Conquer, Ghost. Ornn went Phase Rush, which is interesting. Malphite started Dorn's shield into the Jace. Helps him get the laning phase a lot easier. The Darius is kind of having his way with the Ornn, which is likely how this lane is going to be going until Ornn's just incredibly tanky, and at that point it's going to take a longer time for the Darius to actually kill him, but likely the same result of him just fisting the Ornn probably all game. Really an unfortunate trade, as the Jace is just not favored into this matchup. Aftershock on Ornn? Maybe. I mean, that seems fine. I don't think there's really any super good runes or keystones that you can go on Ornn. Nice little damage from Karma and Seraphine onto the Jinx and the Braum. They should have a pretty free lane. Yeah, Vi just full clearing, Brand full clearing as well, both full clearing top to bot. Brand's gonna get to the bot crab before the Vi. Seraphine doing some decent boat. Onto the Braum. Karma looking for something, but going a little bit too far forward. Brand could potentially show up. A Vi showing up prior. The ward shows him. Jinx is likely gonna flash out. Does not flash out. He also doesn't have cleanse into Seraphine. Going to fall to... Oh my, it's absolutely chaotic. The Jinx doesn't fall, barely 1 HP, flashes out. Braum flashes out. Braum's gonna die. The Vi's gonna try and flash auto the Braum. He just doesn't get anything. He tries to Q onto him. He's gonna die to the turret shot. And then to the Jinx afterwards because he misses. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Spellbook is honestly the best, probably the best keystone on Ornn, but I didn't want to say it. So, Jinx doesn't have cleanse into Seraphine. That's a no-no. And you saw how hard he got punished. The Karma was trying to walk all the way around the Jinx to ensure that enough damage was outputted onto him. But the Seraphine had a really good double E onto... Yeah. Well, I mean, oh my... Oh, he barely misses the E. That's really, really lucky for Ornn. But yeah, overall... the Seraphine hit a really good double E after the Karma had slowed, making it a stun by the Seraphine, and then the Karma's all the way behind the Jinx to try and get enough damage onto the Jinx. The Jinx flashes and barriers away. The Karma's still trying to chase after the Seraphine, flashes onto the Jinx trying to get a kill. Doesn't get enough damage output still, and then the Braum Jinx both flash away. The Vi tries to flash and auto the Braum, even though the Braum was definitely dead to the Seraphine. It was an absolute mess, and the Vi nearly fell because of that silly little mistake, but unless, yeah, so that was absolutely chaotic bot lane. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. Both of these teams like mage bot laners. I just hope the Jinx does not go Kraken, as I imagine that is what he's building. Yeah, they should really nerf mages in the bot lane. Mages in the bot lane have been incredibly strong for quite a long time. Pretty fucked up. Mate, there's no way you can say that with a straight face. Seraphine goes a little bit too far forward, the brand takes her down. And getting this brand ahead is probably more important than getting the Jinx ahead, as the brand is the only one who's... Yep, yeah, the Malphite's building full tank. So the only AP that they're really outputting from red side is the brand, and brand can absolutely pop off in some of these team fights. Mate, the passive is not good. I played static into Kraken and PD. You are a psychopath. Mate, that shit is so bad. Static is not a real item. Kraken's a fake item too. Unless you're going an on-hit build. Like, Crit is just way too good. No, Orange should not go first strike. Kraken, Runen, IE. Oh, the Darius gank out of the Koa. Alpha just taking a bunch of turret shots. Very nice. Yeah, exactly. Well, double lift is retarded. I'm gonna be honest with you. You should always go Infinity Edge first. Because when you're buying Kraken, you're not getting crit. That's bad. Okay, let's say Kraken is good even though it doesn't give crit. Let's say it's good. You are now delaying your Infinity Edge plus LDR to 4th item. Okay. The orange just solo killed Darius somehow. Very nice. But yeah, when you delay your LDR, IE, plus a attack speed crit item to 4 items, that feels so bad, because even in the message that you just typed, Scott, you're saying, I'm going to delay my IE until 4th item. IE is probably one of the best items for AD carries that like crit, obviously. So why wouldn't you build it? Why wouldn't you build it earlier? Because in a lot of games, you don't have the ability to go full late game, go 5-6 items, Zephyr. And so when you're delaying items, it means you're not spending your gold as effectively as you could be. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Good trading by Jace onto the Malphite here. This matchup is obviously pretty bad for the... Crit is fake news. No, it's not. This is the best time to play crit items. The best... Crit is in the best state it's been in for probably a long time. Nice big Seraphine arc. The brand flashes away with 1 HP. The Braum takes down. The Jinx is passive, is proccing, and the brand's taking onto all the different members, and really big win for red side. What does a mage play? Okay, man. Good one. Good one. If crit was good, why were we seeing Seraphine bot? Because mages are also good bot. Why are mages not perma-picked in bot lane? Because you need to be able to output damage onto objectives like Baron and dragons. If you don't have a AD carry, then you are not doing damage to those objectives. It takes incredibly long, and so it makes it impossible for you to even take those objectives even if you ace them. Support player. Yeah, Orion, you're gonna get boosted to Diamond soon? I'm still waiting, my guy. I'm still waiting. Praying for you. I was able to take the first set of reps, looks like. Yeah, man, Seraphine no AI, lol. Oh my god. No, mages are fine in the bot lane as long as you have another way to output damage onto the Baron or objectives or take down towers, as well as just kill tanks. There aren't really any good, well, I mean there are good options now to be able to kill tanks with AP itemization, as there's Leandries and any other item that builds out of whatever it's called. Blackfire Torch Seraphine. I mean, this is, it's probably fine, as she just wants to be able to output damage, and this is probably the way to output as much damage as possible. I hope the tier isn't completed, as I don't really like 2 mana items on mages. It feels like way too much mana when in reality you don't even need mana after 20 minutes because everyone gets blue buff. Oh, Ornn and Darius fighting it out again. These fights are way closer than I would have thought. And the Ornn is doing very well to claw his way back from a pretty unfortunate beginning of the game. Darius walking down. No, he's walking back up top to take the wave. Jace has to respect the Darius off the map. Darius goes in. Ornn uses his W a little bit early. Darius is no mana. Very, very low on mana. Ornn's just trying to run away from him. Oh, wow. And just a really unfortunate E from the Darius. That likely is ping diff, to be honest, as the Ornn was clearly Wing and the Darius just pressed E. So that was something. I'm excited for when this Jace is going to actually do damage to the Malphite, but unfortunately that's probably not going to be until 3 items. Comes the Brand, the Malphite ults into the Jace, the Brand's able to take him down, the Vi is going to just be able to walk away. Yep, Jinx going Kraken into Runans or PD. Really good damage from the Seraphine to the Jinx. Seraphine sitting on 1k. Pretty good trading there from the Darius there. Those shorter trades, it looks like, favor him a lot more than these more extended fights, which is quite a strange statement. Ko is not first time Jace, he plays a lot of Jace. He's playing into Malphite, he got counterpicked. But if they wanted to play the Jace, they should have banned the Malphite, so that's on them, to be fair. Yeah, the Ornn trading is just looking better and better every time I look over here. I don't necessarily know if Ornn has to flash that. Maybe. Jace should be able to take him down as he has a bit of lethality. Oh, and he just walks away with his Swifty boots. Brand, Braum, and Jinx all looking to play for the next dragon as they have the first drag. Seraphine and Karma just playing fairly safe. And Jace unfortunately had to reset as he pathed top. And now they have mid prio and bot prio to be able to take this drag. Vi's taking down Krugs at the same time. Jace pushing in mid. Seraphine Karma catching bot wave. I have 2 drags. Now the soul of this game is going to be Cloud Soul. Oh, there's Malphite Flash R. Seraphine flashes a little late. Brand is barely not able to take down the Karma. We're fighting the Braum. Jace TP's in as well. Braum flashes away. Vi is ulting onto the Brand. Jace is able to take down the Brand. Thankfully. That's some nice gold onto him. The Malphite's able to take down the Karma because the Karma stayed a little bit too long. And overall, appears to be a fairly even exchange. Is clearly far more advantageous for red side as they do not have a TP on the Darius, of course. He's able to take down top turret. They use a few flashes on their end, and Seraphine Karma uses both their flashes as well as the TPs of their solo laners. So a lot of summoner spells used on blue side mainly, but getting drag already had that, and getting gold onto the incredibly tanky Malphite now. It looks like the Brand is building towards Rylai's, so that's interesting. I imagine the Darius has built Black Cleaver second, just to be able to lane against the Ornn. But unfortunately, that's only really going to be beneficial against the Ornn specifically. That is incredible that Ornn does that much damage. Really good E by the Darius just to prevent the Ornn from being able to get his R off. Nice Q flash. Oh, walks away, but does have Swifties, so might be able to catch up. Oh, barely. Barely too far. Quite tragic. And Vi pathing down bot, looking for any camps that are up. Doesn't find any. Now they're looking for a dive. They do know that the Jinx and Braum have vision. Seraphine doing pretty good damage beforehand. Vi's looking at the Brand. The Brand hits everything onto the Vi. The Vi takes more than half health. Jace is pathing down. Seraphine's gonna get jumped on by the Malphite as well as the Jinx and Braum. And they're all going to fall. These team fights have been incredibly favored for red side, as they've just been rotating around the map far better than the Jace and the Vi throughout most of the game so far. And their team comp is pretty straightforward in what they want to do. Malphite press R and kill one target so that the Jinx gets her passive to proc, and the Brand is just outputting damage the entire time as well, so love to see it. Oh well, the Darius should be eventually, I imagine after he gets what's likely going to be Black Cleaver, winning in the side, but until then, him holding the Ornn and making sure that he can't join the team fight is pretty important, as the Ornn is going to most cases probably provide more value in these team fights because of the CC that he provides, which can't be cleansed. But the Darius is just it's like having a Fiora in a team fight. It doesn't really do anything. It's just it outputs more damage. It's a win more if the champ is there. Good gank by the Brand here. Wow, yeah, the Brand's outputting insane damage. The Rock. Yeah, it is a bit strange that they picked the Jace willingly and didn't ban Malphite on their 4-5 bans. But I guess they just didn't think that that would be a pick that could be pulled out. Or likely they thought the Brand was the mid laner. But Brand being so strong right now, being able to play so many different roles, makes him such a great flex pick. Darius stays a little bit too long. No R, so not able to potentially take down the Vi. More teams bought. Jinx out putting some damage onto the Ornn. And they're just going to play for third drag. While blue side is playing for Baron. This is unfortunate. They saw the Malphite crossing across mid lane and knew that they didn't have enough time to be able to take this down. As unfortunately, they do not have an AD carry. The only thing close to it they have is the Jace, who's certainly outputting pretty decent damage onto the Baron itself, but it doesn't compare to a AD carry with 3 items, or even 2 items. By trying to take down the Jinx, if Rom E blocks the Seraphine R, Vi falls soon afterwards. The Jinx is popping off, with the brand damage as well. Now they should be able to take down this Baron fairly easily. The Jace is the only one who's really up here, and it does look like they're going to have to concede. Down about from 4k now to 5k. Another good E by the Darius to prevent the Ornn from getting his R off. Darius pops the Ghost, looking to heal up off of the Ornn. Really good damage, should be able to take him down. Nice E! And the Ornn falls, and he doesn't even have Black Cleaver yet. Just being able to hit all of those Qs on the Darius to be able to heal up and out-sustain him in a sense. Let him win that fairly, not fairly easily, as he had to pop his Ghost, but fairly confidently. Huge Malphite ult, the Seraphine ults onto the backline of red side. Huge Seraphine E. Jace is trying to poke down the backline. Jace flashes onto the Braum and Brand. They go way too far forward and give up a lot of shutdowns, as well as a considerable amount of bounties to blue side. But blue is still incredibly far behind, but that is exactly what they're trying to do with their team comp. They're trying to let red side come into them, and they just slowly play back. And once they get the ability to out-sustain them in these team fights, then they certainly have the ability to win them, as long as they play as a good, strong unit together, ensuring that the Karma and Seraphine go untouched.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
The Malphite TP'd in. Seraphine is fairly low, but the Karma shields are speeding her up. Oh, that's a scare. A scary Jinx ult. The Darius is running it down. He doesn't care about the turret. He just wants to kill the Karma. Oh, and he went Sterix this game. That's interesting. Yeah, Sterix into the move speed item that provides magic resist. Ornn's trying to take down the Jinx. A little bit of damage with his R. Jinx is just following up because he knows that the Ornn doesn't have any additional engage. Yeah, Jinx is doing a lot of damage with Kraken PD into the full armor Ornn. Nearly dies because of it. It does look like Jinx is pretty close to getting a. Mate, if he had IE, PD, and LDR at this point, he would have killed the Ornn so much faster. There's no way that Kraken is better. Don't get me started, even though you guys love getting me started. Soul spawning in 15 seconds. The Darius is obviously going to be pushing him to the side. The Ornn does have TP if he wants to join the team fight, as they will have to fight for this, unless they think conceding mid is fine. But we'll see. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, the biggest deterrent is certainly the Malphite at this point. It looks like they are just going to give it. Darius nearly takes down his top turret. Unfortunately, his passive is proccing on Ornn is going to prevent him from being able to just walk up and ignore the Ornn and hit the tower. Another unfortunate Darius-y, so the Ornn's able to hit this R for free. Ornn proccing his passive a lot into the Darius, so the Hysterics is proc. So while the rest of his team is going to take down mid him, Darius should be able to take down the Ornn now that he has gotten all the gold and items he really needs to be able to win this one pretty handily. The only other objective spawning soon is Baron in a minute. They could easily reset now that they have a decent amount of gold on all their players. Yeah, Brand has about 2k, and I really like the itemization from the Malphite. Knows that he is purely used for his ultimate engage, as well as providing a frontline for his Jinx and Brand to be able to output as much DPS as possible. And so this Abyssal Mask and Knight's Vow makes perfect sense, as they can use Knight's Vow on Jinx as well as the Knight's Vow onto the Brand. Love to see that creative building. Yeah, and this is just such a sad game for the Jace, as the Jace hasn't even completed his last Whisper item yet into the full tank Malphite, and the rest of their team is going to be building armor very soon if they don't already have it, as the Brand is likely building Zhonya's, while the Braum already has Knight's Vow as well. Yeah, they are preparing for Baron. Darius on bot. The other three members just waiting for Jinx to return from base. Does have Last Whisper, so it's pretty decent armor pen. But likely looking for a pick rather than trying to coin flip the Baron. Though they are red side, so it's fairly tricky for blue side to be able to make a steal, as they would have to walk pretty much through them. Oh, there's Malphite able to Malphite R. Straight into the buy. Buy follows soon afterwards. The Ornn is ulting. Braum tries to ult and slows down the Ornn quite a bit. The Ornn has to flash out. Malphite's just going to walk him down, and he will likely fall. Decent Seraphine ult, only hits Malphite unfortunately, as the Jinx of Brand really sidestep it. Brand gets knocked up. Jinx is getting her passive proc. Seraphine flashes, and they don't have any waves, but uh-oh. Interesting. Yeah, Jinx destroying all these objectives that are in the base really gives her incredible attack speed. So game one will go to red team. Man, mages are looking broken in the bot lane. Damn. Really hope to see that blue side is more of the aggressor. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. It was so good, man. Yeah, did you see how much damage he was outputting on the Ornn? It was crazy. Crazy. No, so if Boston Tea Party is able to have their jungle in mid play the map a lot more ahead of the enemy jungle in mid, I think that's what would allow them to be able to take game two. But as that was certainly what was lacking in game one, as the previous years that they played, they looked quite good when they were playing together, jungle and mid overall. But yeah, just Just want to see that next game or this game. Darius Brand run Ornn duty that game. Yes, AD carry is not a role designed to specifically kill tanks or tanky members. That is a take of all time. But yes, that is a fair point. I know what you're saying, but the Ornn can easily kill the Jinx as that's the front line. That's the person he's going to have to get to if they are playing. If blue side is playing correctly, that is who he is going to have to be hitting. And there's a lot of shields, and these shields are pseudo HP, so additional HP onto literally every member of their team. So that means even the slightest amount of armor is going to have a more significant effect. Oh no. And we're getting a delay. We'll just see it. It's interesting that they decided to swap to red side. Likely they want the counter pick from mid lane, as the Malphite counter into Jace was pretty oppressive last game. So giving the most significant gap from team to team being likely mid, it makes sense to give that advantage to their mid laner rather than allowing the enemy mid to play something that is just going to always have value, like Malphite, regardless of how much gold he has going forward into the game. We are waiting. What the fuck? The only reason why I didn't want to say R is because they're literally pressed go when I said R and their team didn't say ready. So funny. Another mid lane ban. Crazy. So now against Koa, he's had Vex banned. He's had Asol banned. He's had Caston banned. He's had Nefiria banned. Um, you can't play Jace. There's another pick he played. I can't recall. Oh, Kuzan pressed it, but I'm gonna blame you, Zer. I'm gonna blame you because you're the captain, so you allowed it. It's your fault. El Captain. The Lysandra ban. Yeah, guys, let's put our one of our strongest players on Lysandra, utility champ. Trollface. No, no, no. That was a pretty long ban. Maokai's not. I imagine it would only be Kuzan playing it. They banned Zac. Does Ape play Zac? Because I imagine Koa wouldn't play it. That's interesting. To be fair, the Zac could be played jungle, mid, top, even support. The Lux ban. Oh, the Lux ban. Okay, that makes way more sense then. Yeah, preventing them from being able to have that nice early engage makes sense, as the Zac could definitely be picked early. It is a best of 3 series, but yeah, we'll see if we get to 3 games. Corki first pick. That could be flexed to bot or mid. So like always like flex picks early, obviously. And Corki's not bad right now. Not bad after the fun rework. Yeah, it's a Victor angle. Yeah, Victor's getting the Corki. True, true, true. You're right. Nautilus is never a bad support pick, as he provides so much CC, which can't be cleansed, because they're almost all knockups, outside of the auto, his passive auto. I mean, I guess you can cleanse the slow, but Shen. So it does look like Boston Tea Party likes picking their top pick early, as they're just afraid that their top laner is going to get banned out, even after seeing Ko get 5 banned the first game. So it does make sense to keep your players on something that they're comfortable on. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, Ashe is very much open. So I don't know why that's not being picked. Rel, still the flex pick is open. Would like to see them pick jungle here, as the Shen is actually likely jungle, now that I think about it. So not actually locking in their top laner early. That Zyra could definitely be jungle. Uh, uh, Lock it in. There we go. So Rel support could be with Corki. They insta-lock the Ashe. Yeah, Ashe is very nice. The Rel can't go anywhere except support. So that's the only champ that is 100% locked in. Well, they're not going to play anything. They're not going to play Zyra anywhere outside of support or jungle. So it's definitely Zyra jungle. So Zyra jungle, Rel support, Corki bot or mid, and they have Ashe not on the spot with likely Shen jungle, banning top laners against Len. It's never a bad idea. Renekton with his really early aggression. Not a terrible pick, as their top or mid will. They should pick their top laner here for red side. Yeah, Corki bot lane into Ashe. Oh yeah, it seems fine, as long as Corki W you can buffer after getting hit, but I don't know. I don't know if it works like that. Alternatives, they could go something super aggressive with Rel, something like Samira or maybe Callista, but I find that highly unlikely that they do that. Mm, Varus is probably fine. Yeah, probably something long range is also not bad, yeah. Yeah, but you have the Rel. I don't really like the Rel pick because, again, yeah, it's into Shen Nautilus. It feels a little weird, but the Rel can break shields, and that's the reason why they pick it. So it's not terrible, but it's kind of like the Vi last game where it felt super awkward in the draft. Yeah, the Ezreal's totally fine, as it just is super safe and has the ability to go aggressive. Mundo. So they have Mundo, Zyra, Corki, Ezreal, Rel. Ezreal, Rel's a bit awkward together, but again, Rel is pretty much just picked to shield break, so that's whatever. Cho'Gath into Mundo. I imagine Mundo wins that, but no clue. as his only form of CC is, well, I mean, Cho'Gath also has his silence, but his only true form of CC, hard CC, is the Cho'Gath Q. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, Rel Q still shield breaks, and so that's the main reason why you would want to pick her into the Nautilus Shen, as it should make trades pretty easy for the Ezreal Rel into the Ashe Nautilus, and it should cuck the Shen pretty hard. But yeah, red side has a lot of interesting engage. The Ahri is alright into the Corki early. Ahri's probably going to start W with Electrocute to try and proc Electrocute quickly and then walk away. But Corki, if he's able to get extended trades, is going to win them pretty easily. So if this R5 counter pick doesn't work out the way he thinks, then that's mighty unfortunate. Relq breaks shields. So does Empowered Renekton W. I think those are the only things in the game that break shields that I can think of off the top of my head. Obviously, there's the item that reduces shields, but it's not. Yeah, it's fine. Rarely. But yeah, blue side, I like their team comp, but I kind of like both team comps as they're both pretty interesting in what they want to do. The Ezreal, Zyra, Corki, three pretty squishy backliners, while the Mundo and Rill are going to be in the front line kind of tanking the damage from the Ahri and Ashe. Red team doesn't have a lot of damage, as the Ashe is likely going to be going Kraken into Triforce. So, and the Ahri also doesn't, unless the Ahri gets ahead, will not be outputting as much damage as is needed. So, just the kind of low damage team comp for red side I don't find as favorable as the backline of Ezreal, Corki, Zyra. In terms of lanes, 1-to-1, Ashe Nautilus against Ezreal Rel, I think it's fairly hard for the Ezreal to die on this lane, but the Rel could definitely die pretty easily if Rel goes a little bit too far forward, as the Nautilus hook plus the Ashe slow should make that pretty easy to take advantage of mispositioning. In mid lane, I like Corki into Ahri. I think that's way better, as the Ahri is not going to have E until likely level 3, and Corki could easily solo kill level 1 or level 2. So, yeah, really like the Corki is much different from the Malphite from last game, as it doesn't provide just pure engage. It is going to be a lot stronger early, so it should result in more interesting 2v2s between the jungle and mid, while last game there just wasn't really any parity. Obviously, the Malphite was really good into the Jace, but he wasn't necessarily doing anything pre 6, while the Corki definitely should be looking to do things. So yeah, probably favor probably Ashe, Nautilus bot lane, Corki mid, Zyra jungle, and Mundo top. So yeah, just looking lane to lane, I think blue side is definitely favored, as well as overall team comp. I think they're favored as well. But red team does have interesting pick potential, but we'll see if they're able to really take advantage of it. Yeah, Ezreal taking cleanse. Nice to see that. That's the only way he literally dies in this lane, getting hit by Ashar. I mean, I think their draft is fine, as it's fairly straightforward in what they want to do. But I think blue side just has way too much countering their team, and just having a stronger mid early game feels incredibly important, as it allows the jungler to do so many more things on the map that they wouldn't necessarily be able to do if they didn't have the mid prio. Shen looking to start topside, so is Zyra.
Minions have spawned.
Ahri sitting in this bush. Ahri starts Q, so likely he will actually have E level 2. Corki goes Fleet. I think this is what people have started taking now. I would have much preferred to see Halo Blades, as I like that early aggression and being able to look for early level 1, level 2 kills. But Fleet's totally fine, as it kind of matches the Ahri's healing in her kit. Mundo's just hiding from the Cho'Gath at first. And he's just taunting him. Taking a bit of the Cho'Gath damage from his Cho'Gath E. Cho'Gath did start Doran's Ring as well. So a bit more damage than the Mundo likely was expecting, but Mundo still has the Doran's shield, and there's likely not going to be any change in that build regardless of seeing whether or not Cho'Gath had Doran's shield or Doran's Ring. Yeah, the Corki playing fairly passively this early, respecting the Ahri's just ability to play the game and output some damage with the electrocute. Goes a little far forward, takes a considerable amount of damage. Tries trading back, and Ahri gets a slightly better trade. Zyra way ahead in terms of full clearing. I have no idea what happened to Shen. Either Shen has a terrible full clear or something bad happened. I imagine those multiple jungle creep camps are pretty hard for Shen to do, as he's exclusively single target, while the Zyra has really good AoE to be able to clear way faster. Now Zyra is finished with a full clear, looking bot potentially. Ahri misses the E. Corki looking for a decent trade onto the Ahri. Just top lane things. Cho'Gath procs the Mundo passive. Does really good damage onto the Mundo. So far this lane looks Cho'Gath favorite. Zyra is here, the Nautilus is a little bit too far forward. The Ashe is looking onto the Zyra or the Rel. Both of them have their flashes that they really need to run away. And Ahri, Corki both pathing down just in case. Yep. Not looking nearly as comfortable in this matchup as Sao, as he certainly enjoys playing Cho'Gath quite a bit. Mid lane, really good eat by the Ahri. Unfortunately missed the second part of the charm. And Corki nearly takes down the Ahri because of it. Hopefully after seeing how close that exchange was between the Ahri and the Corki will play a lot more aggressively to try and kill the Ahri or take advantage of her weaker early game than he really has been doing so far. But yeah, Rel Ezreal pushing in. Looks like they're fairly even in CS. Cho'Gath looking to kill, but takes a couple turret shots because he just barely doesn't do enough damage. First drag is Infernal. Zyra is near it, and the Corki will TP back in response to the Ahri's TP, so they should have bot, prio, and theoretically mid prio. We'll see though. Yeah, Ezreal Rel looking to reset here. Unfortunately, it's the same time when the Zyra is on the bot side of the map for drag. So likely Zyra will just reset as soon as she's finished with these Krugs, and then look to play for the Grubs. Oh, this Corki build playing incredibly safe, going Null Magic Mantle in tier rather than building, in theory, double longsword or even a longsword instead of instead of the no magic mantle, but it provides considerable bit of security. So it's not the end of the world. Mercs is pretty good this game overall, but again, I would like to see the Corki taking advantage of the Ari as much as possible, as I think the Corki should be winning early. It's possible he just doesn't play that much Corki, but who knows. Yeah, blue side now playing for drag. Take down first one. Next drag is the Hextech drag. Good dodge by the Corki on the RE. Mundo hitting skill shots. Yeah, overall this lane's been looking pretty strange at the top lane, as the Cho'Gath is winning pretty hard early, and now the Mundo is looking much stronger, having a lot better trades. Likely now that he is post 6, he feels a lot more comfortable. Cho'Gath has to flash away, the Mundo is looking to hit his Q, and the Cho'Gath falls. Well played by the Mundo to be able to take down the Cho'Gath early. The Shen shows up on the map. This shows that the grubs are takeable for the Zyra. Nice hook. Oh, he cleansed for some reason. Here's the Shen R. There's the jungle gank from top lane to bot lane. And the Rel will fall. What else is he supposed to take? The only way he dies is if he doesn't have cleanse. He gets hit by Ashar. Cleanse. He gets hit by RE. Cleanse. Anything else? Ghost is so bad on Ezreal. I played it so many times and it feels so bad. If he goes barrier is probably the only other thing that you can really take. Yes, Ghost is not a valid answer on Ezreal. On every other AD carry, it's alright. Yeah, Cleanse is fine this game for Ezreal. True. Now late game Ezreal should have 1 second cooldown on his E, so why would he need Cleanse? Jungle Ezreal. No. It's just back when they used to take the jungle item because it was broken as fuck on mid laners. Them was the good times. Ezreal doesn't get hit by skill shot. Well, I just saw him a minute ago get hit by a Nautilus hook, and then he cleansed nothing. He thinks he got hit by a skill shot. Yeah, exactly. You can't cleanse onto this hook. No shit. You said Ezreal doesn't get hit by skill shot. He got hit by a skill shot. Good. Oh, okay, skill issue, okay. No way. Good one. Yeah, he cleansed. He did cleanse. Get engaged in the Rel into the Nautilus. The Nautilus is going to be... Oh, unfortunately taken down by the Rel. Which means the Rel's likely to get her Warmogs faster. Good juke by Mundo. Now the Corki is showing that he can be aggressive. See, Ari's health bar is quite low. Oh, Zyra's shows up mid. Resets. Next drag spawning in 40 seconds. I don't think he has enough time to clear his top camps to go bot. Shen ganking onto the Mundo. Mundo uses ult, but unfortunately a little bit too late. and is taken down by the Shin. The Zyra already has Leandries. That's going to be really good damage in this next team fight if Red Side looks to fight. Mate QSS. Hell no, that feels so bad to buy. Rel looking quite aggressive, gonna get slowed down by the Ashe as well as Nautilus ulted. And the Shenar is coming through to ensure that the Rel dies. Yeah, he should have ulted way earlier. But it's whatever. Yeah, taking that out of that Rel is actually way more important than it seems, as it provides them the numbers for this drag beforehand, but the Rel respawn fairly quickly, so it's possible that they do get their members here in time, but Red Side just has first move. Good Ashe. Huge Shen E-flash into the Zyra and the Ezreal. Yeah, Ezreal's to use both Flash and Cleanse. They're all incredibly low while the Corki's all the bar. Oh, the Corki barely takes the drag. That's so sad. The Ashe is going to try and... Oh, barely is able to take down the Ezreal. Unfortunately, the Ashe has a shutdown and has to use both summoners to be able to take it. Feels quite bad as they lose the drag, as well as lose many summoners and many kills. Corki building towards Triforce. If he had Barrier, he lives. Yes, mate. And he had Cleanse, so he didn't die to the Shen at the beginning of the fight. If he didn't have Cleanse, he's dead at the beginning of the fight, and they lose that team fight. Bye-bye! Tragedy. Just E. Yeah, mate. But he didn't. So... Like, what? It's like, why is the sky not purple? Skill issue. Okay. My bad. Ahri Nautilus looking on this Corki. The Corki's still outputting really good damage, and the Ahri actually has to ult out, too. The Ahri is not able to actually take down that kill, and the Shen has to take it. Yeah, Corki needs Cleanse. What was that flash? That was something. Yeah, this top lane kind of getting out of control. The only way that it's even winnable for the Cho'Gath now is if he has his Chen to come, and dedicating two players to match one is pretty bad, obviously. Corki likely getting fairly close to building Triforce. Don't know how much more gold he needs. Game 1 was won by Guangdong Tigers pretty easily. There's the Ashar, and there's the RE, perfect time. Unfortunately, they just don't have the damage to be able to take down the Ezreal, as the RE is fairly completely far behind. Now they're just killing them front to back. The RE falls, the Shen falls, now the Cho'Gath falls, and they have the ability to look for Herald. Didn't even need Cleanse. Yes, because they are so far ahead now. They don't need Cleanse. That's like saying Kraken was good last game. No, it's not good. It didn't matter what he built. He could have built crazy, weird items, but they were so far ahead that it really doesn't matter. The Cleanse helped him get through early game, as there was that one last team fight at the second drag where they would have lost it significantly harder if the Ezreal didn't have Cleanse, because the Shen flash E'd. Rune and Jin, true. Where is Rune and Jin? I think he's out of playoffs, methinks. Yeah, this game is just getting harder and harder. Kraken is objectively the best item on Jinx. No, it's not. It is terrible. Terrible. Because why would you delay 3 crit items to 4th item? You have to either delay your LDR or delay your IE. Two of the best items for AD carries in the game. Crazy. Crit only works half the time. That is very much not true. That's not how statistics work. You should ask Fraction what the statistics are. Ah, you're right, you're right, you're right. "50-50. They either win or they lose." This Mundo, I don't think he even dies to these three members. The only way he dies is if the Ashe is able to output enough DPS. Which he should be able to. Yeah, if the Ashe wasn't there, then the Mundo doesn't die. So this game is getting absolutely out of control. They have no way to be able to deal with the Mundo specifically. The Ashe hits the R into the Corki. The Shen is looking from above. The Zyra is able to see him from going a little bit too far. The Zyra does have R if he wants to go for it. Looks like he was walking towards the dragon. The Ezreal ease in, and he's able to just cleanse out. If he didn't have cleanse, he could have died, but again, it doesn't really matter at this point. There's a far ahead. Oh, the Corki goes a little bit too far forward. The Ashe takes him down. Ahri does have one more charge. Oh, Nautilus and Ahri both incredibly low. The Zyra can easily poke the members down if they try to get too close, but they will just go back to drag to take third drag. Yeah, I don't know if PT or Conqueror is better. Most people obviously play Conqueror, but it's fine. I don't know. It's whatever. At the end of the day, it probably doesn't matter that much. Melee support plus 3 tanks. What? Is Ahri a tank? Is Ashe a tank? Eh. Melee support plus 2 tanks. And Mundo's just gonna ghost away as 4 members try to chase after him. Other 3. What are you on about, my guy? Mundo just having the time of his life in top lane. The Shen is up here, but it's not going to matter as the Cho'Gath has to flash away from the Mundo while the Shen taunts him so that he can't go any further. And Cho'Gath just hiding in that bush. Mundo likely going to take down this turret. Yeah. Huge proc. Ahri in an unfortunate position, likely will have to ult away. Ashe R goes wide. And Corki, I think, could have just ran at him because he did have his W up. He knew the Ashe didn't have R. The Shen was a little bit too far away to press B, unless the Shen flashes. Okay, name a melee support that is not a tank. I was able to DPS onto the Cho'Gath as well as the Shen as flash away. The Ezreal is hitting onto the Nautilus. The Ashe is pre-firing. The Ashe is gonna have to flash out. Sylas? Mate, Sylas is not a normal support pick. You don't see that ever. And if you're going to see him, he's going to be building tanky. Because tank stats are valuable. Okay, Rakan also likes building fairly tanky as well. Does he build more utility items than a normal tank? Sure. But it's not like he's super squishy. Rakan is not a bruiser. Bruisers are like Shen, Riven. Well, I guess maybe that fighters. Bruiser, fighter, they're kind of the same thing, whatever. Rakan is an enchanter. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and they're gonna run down the mud with 4 members, while the rest of the team is gonna be looking to take down Baron. The Zyra is a little bit far away, but the Corki and the Ezreal should still be outputting a considerable amount of DPS. They are seen on the Baron, though. The only person that's nearby is the Ahri. But this damage that they're providing should be pretty significant. Unfortunately, no one's taking for the Zyra plants. The Shen is going to try and steal it. Unfortunately, the Zyra is able to take it down. Shen will fall soon afterwards. It was a good try, as he has to go for that, as they're so far behind. They need something to get back into this game, and a Baron steal would certainly be nice. It would help them stall out with the Baron minions, and just give them a decent amount of gold into their pockets. And Shogath getting this spot turret's not bad. Next strike spawning in 50 seconds, but they are down about 8,000 gold, so this game is getting quite hard. Ashe, not realizing the Ezreal is right nearby him, takes a Ezreal Q to the face. The point wasn't that there aren't... Okay, there aren't a lot of melee supports that are tanks, but there are some that aren't tanks. That is a fair point. But what he said is the tank support plus the support plus 3 tanks. Wow, Nautilus absolutely gets shredded. I'm just gonna bonk this turret. Love to see that. Nautilus is a funny champion. The more you know. Yep. And the Brawl just breaks the Shen shield. And they will likely take this game for a fairly strong showing. And overall, just really good drafts by them, making their lives so much easier. And loving the creativity, as seeing things like Zyra jungle, obviously it's a lot more meta now, but it's just nice seeing something different than full tank junglers every single game. Oh, and Len does not care. Who is this guy? He's a funny guy. He doesn't care. He just bonked the Ahri and almost one-shot him. There's the Ashe Ahri. Use your cleanse, Mundo. No. He killed Ahri because of his Titanic, and the Ezreal R almost takes down the Ashe as well as the Nautilus. The barrier on the Ashe is wasted. The Corki is able to take down the Shen, and now they will likely finally end the game. Good juke by the Corki. No, I think being ahead 12,000 gold is a very good stat. Having more gold is good this patch. Oh, Nautilus goes far forward, like on the Ezreal. The Chug is going to fall to the jungle. It's Corki. And then they're just going to clean up. Oh yeah, you're right. Let's check. 525 AD. That's absolutely insane. What do you want about that? Eh. The most menacing man I've seen. What the hell? GG's. So yeah, fun and entertaining series. Unfortunately, it was fairly one-sided, but still very enjoyable to watch. 42,000 damage. This is what you see when you put 2 tanks against each other. So as for MVP, does anyone have a preference for MVP? Any opinions to be expressed. No mage bot, no win. Yeah, man, the mage bot won the first game. Whoa, wait, it lost. That's crazy. Yeah, overall, I'd probably say, hmm, I think Kuzon played good. Kinderling played pretty good. Len was holding it down in the top lane of the side lane. That was pretty good. So, whoever wants to come in, feel free to come in. And if you can't come into the casting booth, then let me know. Yeah, yeah, Kuzon Leonard's there. I agree.
I don't think I played well, but
You played fine.
no, I was dropping a shit ton of CS that first game, and then there was like a play where I flashed in and just didn't auto. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
you're
was like
you're a big noob.
I was big noob there, but I don't know. I mean, game two was just comp gap, no?
Yes, it was.
Like how are you ever supposed to play into fucking Ezreal's camp?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, they're saying turn me up.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it. Let's see, does this work? Try talking.
Hello? Hello?
There we go. All right, it fixed it. There we go. Caster had worse takes than Mike this entire series. The only thing I said is that Kraken is a fake and bad item.
I just wanted to try it out. During our practice games, we meant to get it in, but I was like, I want to try it out this game.
That is totally fair. What did you think about them taking the Seraphine game one? Did you expect them to play Mage bot lane?
I mean, we expected them to play that if Koa had like the Fury,
Hmm.
but I think our main uh our main strategy was centered around like them picking 80 mid.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you just expected Koa to play Nefiri specifically, or was there any other AD mids that you were thinking he was going to pick up?
Uh the Fury Corki basically as like the two. Especially if we get them blue side. I'm surprised that they didn't first pick Ash on blue side.
Hmm.
Or Brand. I was pretty surprised.
Hmm. Yeah. Brand, Ash, both pretty strong. Unfortunately for them, it didn't look that good as Ash
Yeah,
just fell
we
behind so far.
we were planning on trading Ash for Jinx game one,
Hmm.
or Jinx for Ash. And then game two, we were gonna transition more into a different type of bot lane, but we didn't get to play it.
What, the Lux band?
No, 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 no.
Oh, you've more things up your sleeves. Very nice. But overall, what did you think of the series? Did it feel did you come in feeling like this could be a very, very close series, or did you feel very confident coming in?
To be honest, I thought it was gonna be closer. I think this team stacks up the best into us, really.
Hmm.
Uh, Pretty solid mid. Jungle Chample is like pretty similar, I think.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I thought it would be closer. I think players should have matched up evenly, but I don't know what happened today.
What was going through Len's comms when he got solo killed in the top lane game one? Any
He
comment on
just said in like a he was like
that?
RPing. He's like, oh, no. Yeah.
Very nice.
Sad that I did not have the highest KDA.
You didn't?
No, no, I don't think I did. Actually, wait. I only died two times. Maybe I do have it. Wait, I think I do actually.
You had 17 KDA game two, and I don't know about game one.
14 and 17. Wait, I think I have it because Kusan died four times. Wait, yeah, I have it.
Makes sense. Very nice. Um, but as for the enemy team, was there anyone specifically that you felt played the best?
Uh, I think Jake played pretty well. Although, like, game one, I was, like, super off my game. But, I don't know. I think game two, he got four kills on Drake, but our kills were more, like, diverse, right?
Mm.
And his champ has a really hard time playing into, Syra Ezreal. So I don't know. I would give it to Jake. I think he played decent.
Very nice. So the next series that you guys will have to play will be either against Paradox's team or Recklets and Andy's team.
Yeah.
Who do you favor to win it, and who do you think you have a better matchup against?
I mean, now Andy Recklets can get Koa to sub.
True. That's true.
Yeah. So we kind of handed them that one. Uh, hmm. I mean, I think it's gonna be mid jungle versus top, right? I
Mm,
think Albagia bot lane isn't the best,
mm.
but I don't know.
So
Honestly, I think it's Paradox V9 again.
Paradox V9.
Yeah, it's just
And
Paradox versus the world.
do you want to see Paradox split pushing, or do you want to see Paradox joining in team fights? Which
Split pushing, man. He's playing into spooky action. He should split push. That guy plays what? Renekton Malphite?
don't know. No
So
clue.
yeah, I mean Renekton eventually gets outscaled and then Malphite has a team fight, so I mean his champ pool is pretty good in those, right? Fiora, Irelia, Jack. Oh, Jax is bad into Malphite, but Gwen. I
Fair
don't know.
enough. So overall, should be an exciting series, and then afterwards, we'll get to see you guys play the winner of that. Likely not too far in the future, as their series is on Tuesday, so that's pretty nice to get that in before the 4th of July, as everyone likely will be away. But overall, it was enjoyable watching the series. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you the next time that you guys play, which is probably gonna be a week or so away, maybe longer.
Hmm.
Anything else you want to say?
No, not really.
All
Okay,
right,
GG's.
all right. Goodbye, stream. See ya.